This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. In a very first here today on the FENIX360 interview show, we have Mark Winters, who is so busy. He is an acclaimed singer, songwriter, poet, guitar player from Houston, Texas. In between gigs, he's in his car, and I'm so grateful that we are able to catch just 5 minutes with him while he is on the road. Mark, first time us doing this kind of phone interview, but you know what? You are a busy man. Where exactly are you coming from, and where are you going?
So Will, awesome to talk to you today. It's a beautiful sunshiny day down here in Texas. I'm driving back in from Austin, Texas, where I played my first show in Austin at the Saxon Pub. It's a really awesome live music venue there with a lot of great history, and I was very honored to play behind Darden Smith, and it was a great event last night. I had a great time. I'm driving back into Houston, where that's where I live, and I have a show tonight that I'm excited about as well. So just kind of making the journey.
And I love it, Mark. And you know, it's these moments that I love when I get to speak with artists, because this is the part of the journey that oftentimes fans, friends, family don't see. The, dare I say, the schlep of it. But, you know, it's all part of the beautiful journey of being an independent artist. I want to talk a little bit about performing live again. I want to know what it was like last night performing in Austin, and what you're most looking forward to tonight's show in your home city.
Will, getting out and performing live, there's just there's an amazing personal connection for me. I've been a poet my whole life. My grandmother taught me how to write poetry and express myself to other people and to my own self through poetry. And I never really had that experience of delivering the poetry, in such a way as when I started writing music to really encapsulate those concepts for myself. And so as I get up and am able to share my story, my journey, the emotion behind my songs to people live, it's such a great personal connection. It gets me so excited. I don't care how much I have to schlep or drive or whatever else. It's all good. I really live for the moments where I can deliver, my message
You are such a positive light, Mark. Such a positive light. And I love the fact
it's really an amazing opportunity.
Oh, and like I was saying, and sorry, there was just a little bit of a breakup there, but you were such a positive light. I love the fact that you're carrying the baton of your grandmother, dare I say, in kind of expanding upon the poetry by adding music to it, by adding a live audience, by adding your own personal history to it. I'm curious, speaking of releasing, you have released 6 weeks ago a brand new album called Boundary Layer. I want you to go into what was the impetus behind the creation of not only the album, but specifically also the title track, Mark.
Yeah, so Will, the concept for most of my music, I love the world, I love the people in it, and I like to write about good things or things that make me see the world in a positive way, or maybe even think about being a better person. As I started, looking at, this is my second album to put out, as I started looking at the lens of boundaries, things that I was sort of putting in front of myself personally, that were sort of holding me back from being the person that I intended to be, or maybe things that other people were putting on me that were sort of constraining me in some way. The concept of these boundaries in my life, or limits in my life, started to sort of take the shape of a haiku. Actually, I write haikus as sort of my poetic expression. That's my medium to write, and that's sort of evolved into the song Boundary Layer. It also has a secondary meaning. My undergraduate degree is in aerospace engineering. I love math and computational fluid dynamics. And if you're a nerd, boundary layer is also a mathematical or physics concept. As you get closer to the surface of an object, if you're sort of moving through air or a liquid, particles start slowing down, and then as they get really close, they'll decide in a new direction to go. And so I kind of like the concept of the physics and the philosophical element of boundary layers, and how they make you sort of pause and reflect and try to find, a good direction for yourself to go.
Wow, wow.
And so boundary lyrics, sort of the title song, was sort of born from that. And then some of the other songs, that are in my in boundary layer were similar concepts that came from poetry that evolved into songs as well.
I love that, Mark. Well, listen, I could speak with you forever, my friend. I want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible Mark Winters, you can read more about him right below this video, with all links going to how you can also get Boundary Layer. Mark, I'm so excited that you're coming on board this incredible new app, FENIX360, where you're going to be connected with artists, not only here in this country, but around the world. And especially for you, my friend, your fusion of poetry, music, lyric, storytelling, it is something that we need now more than ever, as we have all been forced to kind of get back to basics. And there's something so beautiful about your writing that is universal, that I cannot wait for you to just even have a wider audience. So I'm really excited you're coming on board this app, and also I'm selfishly excited that we are now connected, my friend.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk with you, Will, and to learn more about the community. It sounds like a great app environment and a great connector for artists. And I'm looking forward to sharing my rock with a positive vibe, and my poetry with the folks that are out on the platform, and connecting with the other artists that are there as well. It's a great opportunity for me, Will, and I really appreciate it.
Oh my God, thank you, my friend. And you are such a positive light. And people can just, with your voice, can hear it, Mark. And I'm so, again, grateful for your time today. Thank you so much, and drive safe.